Hey there, guys. Just thought that I would share my thoughts on this big controversy about Facebook timeline. Um, a lot of people have been talking about it. A lot of people have been complaining about it. I haven't heard all that much praise on it, and frankly, I can understand why. I am not at all a fan of Facebook's timeline for a number of reasons. Um, I'm in like an introductory graphic design student, so I don't claim to be, any sort of highly qualified on what is good looking and what is not. What I can tell you is my gut reaction on it. It's just not. I don't like it. I don't like the fact that it has two walls. I mean, I haven't really looked at it. In all fairness, I haven't looked at it enough to really try to figure it out. But it's just the original Facebook. I mean, the traditional Facebook layout. I can just look at it and understand it, and pretty much anyone can just look at it and understand it. It seems like with timeline, it like I have to like try to figure out what is going on. Um, I really just don't like it at all. Now, in addition to that, um, I find timelines layout and overall concept extraordinarily and needlessly invasive to one's personal life. Now, obviously, you post things on the internet, you're liable for it. I mean, so it's your own fault. But it just to be able to scroll through someone's life with that sort of ease is, deeply unnerving to me. Um, I don't have anything on Facebook that I'm like ashamed of. I mean, I don't drink or smoke or like party or you know the traditional bad kid stuff. Um, I'm pretty tame for the most part, other than climbing. Um, but I definitely don't like the layout because it just seems too invasive. Like I don't like to be able to just like scroll down like year by year, just looking at all of these things that this person has done. That's just really really uncomfortable. The whole idea of it makes me horribly uncomfortable. Um, so you know the traditional layout. If you wanted to see something that was 2 or 3 years old, you would have to be scrolling through it for God knows how long, um, and you'd have to be really, really motivated to find this thing that you're looking for. So if you didn't find it, or if you really didn't have that much motivation to find it, it's probably for the best. I mean, I'm pretty big on the whole internet privacy thing. I do not like the idea of people watching me on the internet, which I'm talking on a webcam. So but what I mean by people watching is like people monitoring, monitoring to a level that just is an invasion of privacy. Um, I try to be really responsible about what I post for the most part. I mean, everyone has their mistakes. Um, but yeah, I really, really dislike timeline. Um, I think that this is a tremendous blunder. Facebook has been going down for a long time now, and they just keep adding this superfluous crap to it that gets further and further away from what Facebook originally was and what made it cool in the first place. It's just becoming a convoluted conglomeration of crap. It's just mediocre, meaningless content. Um, the new thing they're doing with likes, and if you like a photo, they share it with everyone as if it were a status. That's what the share button's for. Um, you know, it's almost as if with the rise of Tumblr that they've been trying to compete for relevance by fusing in a bit of their concepts, and that's why I have a Tumblr and a Facebook. I don't see the need to have them both in one place because they're really, really different platforms. So that's very much how I feel about that. And I feel like this little blunder of Facebook's is really going to open up the market for new social networking sites that want to compete because Facebook is it's going down. I think Facebook is going to go the same way as MySpace and Friendster, and never even heard of Friendster up until I saw the MySpace movie, Facebook movie. Um, so that should tell you something about how popular it was. I'd never even heard of it before watching The Social Network. I would very much be interested to see how Google Plus grows after the timeline changes become mandatory. I personally will be scaling back tremendously my Facebook privacy settings because I really I just hate the idea of people just being able to go through my life like that. Um, like I said, there's nothing bad or offensive on there, but just like it's just there's a gut reaction to that that's just very unnerving. It's like being on like an operation table and they're poking inside of you. Um, I mean, what if people are maybe one day really angry, post something, and that has zero representation of who they are as a person, and it just rightfully fades into the memory of Facebook in the same way that would fade into the memory of a human experience, and then it's just dug up again by this. I mean, it's really just it leaves room for a whole lot of ugliness. Um, I've joined Google Plus. Haven't really played with it to the point where I'm super familiar with it yet, but I am kind of deciphering it. Um, I'm going to try to keep it very professional. I'm using it as a temporary site for my portfolio. Different stencils, little logos I've come up with, things like that. I mean, just graphic design stuff. Um, I'm going to be continually increasing the amount of projects on there. Um, I really want this to be something for me that I could just show people, and be like, this is my social networking account, and show how it's serious. Because I mean, in my major, we have a lot of people that are a little on the crazy side, myself included, of course. Um, so to have that flair of professionalism really, I think, would go a long way. So hoping for the best as always. Um, you know, really bad situations today. I had the week from hell. Not gonna get into it because a lot of it involves some sensitive information, not so much to me but to the situation. Um, so just gonna have to speculate on that one. Um, well, I really should be getting to bed now. It's near 1 o'clock, and I love sleeping. I do. Not oversleeping. I love sleeping. I love getting rest. Um, my fellow college students hate me because I get usually upwards of 9 hours of sleep per night, and they hate that because they're very jealous about it. Um, should have picked graphic design. Then again, that's just more competition for me. So perhaps I'm glad that they've picked what they picked. As long as it's their passion, I say go for it. So with that off-topic, lovely little ramble, I leave you and say goodnight. And for those of you that watched a 9-minute long video about me talking about something that millions of people are already talking about, good for you.